Alrighty. It's gotta be crooked. Curtain. Alrighty. See if I can get this right. Hey, how you doing, love? Alrighty, so I am going to be doing a general reading for the collective by modalities. So, if you all paid attention to my last post, I posted all the modalities, what they represented, right? So we've got cardinal signs, we've got fixed signs, and we've got mutable signs. And the cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Fixed signs are Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. And mutable signs are Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. So I'm going to start off with the cardinal signs. And I'm only going to be working with a few cards, because if I pick all my cards, I'm going to be here all night. So I got to selectively choose. Alright, so we're doing the cardinal signs, right? That is Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Alright, and basically what cardinal means is the cardinal signs are like the oldest in the family and full of the self-initiatory spirit. They assert their particular style of leadership through their element. By element, they are Aries, fire, Cancer, water, Libra, air, and Capricorn, earth. So that means that whatever their element is, they exert their leadership style through that element. So Capricorn has like a certain type of, leadership element that it embodies because it's a cardinal sign. And the same thing for Libra. It embodies a certain type of leadership quality that is only, particular to that air sign. And then for Cancer, which is water, and for Aries, which is fire. So I'm going to pick two of these cards. Alrighty. And we're going to do the soul's journey. The soul's journey. And I'm going to be leaving this reading up. I'm going to leave this one up. Pick two of these. Alright, and we got Rebel Tarot. We might as well throw that up in there. And we get to the goody stuff. We're going to do Urban Mystic Tarot, which is the major arcana. my deck that I created. Make sure the cards are facing the right way. Okay, I could do 20 cards. Alright, we're gonna pick 2 of these. And now we're going to pick a hermetic deck. I'm gonna pick one more of the Mystic Tarot too. One more, make it match. What the heck? All right, let's see what we got going on over here. All right, so this is for my cardinal signs. Again, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. All right, so I'm going to start off with what am I going to start off with? Let's see. There's a lot going on here. All right, I'm gonna start off with the Rebel Tarot because it always spices some stuff up. So we got shit is going down with your job. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. All right, so this is pretty blunt, right? Shit is going down with your job. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or quit. So this is for my Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorns that are currently feeling stuck. You know, at your job, you're not really getting fulfilled or, you know, fulfilled the way how you want to. You just kind of feel like you're just going there every day like it's Groundhog's Day, you know, kind of just existing. So, you know, this card is advising to reevaluate, change your perspective, or quit, you know, and try to do something better. So just think about that. Reevaluate the situation. You know, what can you do to make your job situation better? You know what I mean? What can you bring to the table? Who can you talk to implement new things? See if things can be changed, or, you know, is there another department you can go to? I don't know. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or quit, right? Reevaluate, change your perspective, or quit. And so we've got the next card that says time to let go. Move the fuck on. All right, and so that can, again, be pertaining to the job situation, but I feel like this card is just telling us to let go of dead weight, situations that are no longer serving you any purpose. You know, if you keep trying to go down a path that's continuously blocked, dead end, relationship, whatever, situations, job, it's time to let go. You know, and you want to start letting go energy-wise. You know what I mean? Start kind of detaching from the situation. You know, releasing energy cords. Start thinking of and using affirmations that are going to help you to make the changes necessary. You know, start looking at your situation different. So, and don't really look at the let go or the moving on as an ending, right? This is all just a new beginning to your new paradigm shift, your new upgrade, right? This is for my Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. All right, so next I've got the Judgment card. I understand that everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So, you know, it seems like there's a little bit of judgment going on. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, right? So just take a step back, you know, and just, you know, ask yourself, why are you judging? If you're familiar with my shadow work, you know, guide, you know, the second stage of shadow work is projection. You know, what is it that you don't like about others because it's just a projection of you, right? But don't you like about yourself that you see in others? The things that you're judging people on, do you see that? Do you see yourself in that? Right? You know, does it make you feel like you're better than, you know, when you judge and critique and think somebody's path should be yours? You know what I mean? So just kind of think about those things and, you know, what happens when you see yourself judging or feel yourself judging. You know, just kind of take a step back and say, like, what's going on here? What am I doing? You know, ultimately, we can't control people. You can only control yourself. And don't worry about judging yourself too hard, right? But ultimately, understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, and that should be respected. Next card I have is trust, okay? I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly, you know, pertaining to the situation. You know, job came up on this card. You know, we may have some situations going on with relationships, whether it be romantic or, you know, friendships. And you feel like, you know it's time to move on, and your inner guidance is telling you this, but for some reason you keep ignoring it, you know, just afraid of letting go and all the newness that comes with letting go, you know, all the changes that surround that, okay? So just continue to trust in your inner voice. It's going to always guide you correctly. When you go against it, that's when problems arise and your path and your road becomes a little harder, right? Because you're going against, you know, what your soul path is, right? This keeps coming up in my readings. Make an altar, right? Libra, Cancer, Aries, Capricorn, make an altar. Make an altar. You sit there and you commune with your ancestors, your spirit guides, your higher power. Clean your space, right? Spring is here. You know, spring was my new year. I don't know if you did spring cleaning, but it should be, you know, it's time to do some cleaning. Open up windows, let air come through, and shift that energy up, so to speak, right? So next, we're going to get into Urban Mystic Tarot. I've got the Temperance card. I've got the Justice card. And I've got Hangman, right? And so what this is telling me is that, you know, pretty much your ancestors and your spirit guides. I love this card. I made this deck too. You know, they're watching. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, they're watching over you, you know, on your journey. They're providing ways. They're, you know, giving you guidance. They're that inner voice and that trust. That inner voice is also your angels, your spirit guides, okay? So this is just a confirmation for me for you to just continue to listen to that inner voice, because, you know, you're getting messages and guidance from, you know, your spirit guides, your ancestors. So don't ignore that, you know. We've got Justice, right? Justice on here. Fair. You know, just remember that, you know, we want equality in relationships, but, you know, relationships are not always equal, but they can be fair, right? No matter which way you look at it, whether it be a romantic relationship, job, whatever, children, husband, wife, whatever, the relationships are not equal. And that's okay, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but, you know, let's make sure that we're looking at things from a fair perspective, you know what I mean? Like, how can we be fair in the situation? You know, if there's issues with communication, whether it be at your job or with people that are close to you, just kind of start looking at ways that work around that, right? And not only that, you know, the Libra card represents karmic way and measure. So that pretty much means that, you know, to stop investing your energy and your time into things that are not giving back, you know, giving back to you equal or more, you know, of that energy. So Libra represents reciprocity. Okay, so just think about that as far as job situation, as far as relationships are concerned, as far as friendships. You know, you're investing your time, your energy, you know, are you getting it back? Are you getting the same thing back in return? Remember, I said that things can't always be equal, but things can be fair, you know, and you pretty much know if somebody wants to work things out with you, whether it be at your job, whether it be in a romantic relationship or a friendship, you know, if they can put back the same amount of energy that you're putting into that situation or that relationship. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about balance. It's all about balance, being fair, you know, justice. Justice is about doing the right thing, you know, when no one is looking. So, you know, this card also, to me, kind of represents standing on your morals and your ethics, and kind of not backing down in whatever situation, whether it be at work, whether it be in a romantic relationship or a friendship. You know, you got to stand for something. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. So just remember that when you have boundaries and you want those boundaries to be maintained, and also remember to respect other people's boundaries too. Okay? So this is for Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. All right? This is the cardinal zodiac modality group. Okay? And so next we move into the Hangman, right? And Hangman represents sacrifices. Hangman represents sacrifices. Like, what are you willing to do to change things, to reevaluate things? What are you willing to do to be that, you know, meet somebody halfway, you know, listen, communicate. Like, what are the things that you're willing to do to maintain the relationships that you have, whether it be at work, romantic wise, friendship wise, parent, child, whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like, what sacrifices are you, you know, doing, you know, or undertaking to be that better person, that better version of you? Okay, so I feel like this is just a reminder for my Libras, Cancer, Aries, and Capricorn. Cardinal signs, very strong signs. We are the leaders of our elementals, right? The leaders. Capricorn is the leader of earth, Libra is the leader of air, Cancer is the leader of water, and Aries is the leader of fire, based on the modalities, right? Which is the cardinal signs. We are the beginning of each season. And so remember, that means that we can be a little bit stubborn too, right? Be a little bit stubborn. So just kind of remember that. And those are things that we may have to sacrifice. That stubbornness, you know, maybe being immovable. It can be a strength, but it can also be a weakness when you're trying to work things out and you're not trying to change. You know what I mean? Or trying to reevaluate or try to take on better habits, to change your behavior so that you can be a better person. You can foster, maintain, and build healthy relationships with people. You know, so think about that in a sense. If you're Aries, Libra, Cancer, or Capricorn watching this right now or on the replay, how does your stubbornness incorporate into your relationships with people? Okay, it's good for certain things. You know, you want to stand for certain things, but it can also be a detriment, and especially when it comes to creating and maintaining relationships and communication. Okay. Next, we're going to move into the tarot, the last 3 Hermetic tarot, and then we're going to move on to the fixed modalities next. Okay. If you did not catch this whole thing, don't worry. If you just popping in, I'm going to leave this up on my Instagram, okay? So we've got 9 of Swords, Princess of Swords, and Knight of Cups reversed. All right, and so we've got Swords, which represents business, travel, communication. And we've got the Knight of Cups, which is reversed. And so what this is telling me, first of all, the Nine of Swords, this card is called Lord of Despair and Cruelty. All right, so there's a lot of self-hate. There's a lot of anger and resentment towards yourself and other people, right? Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. A lot of self-hate and a lot of hate and resentment towards other people. You've got Mars and Gemini on here, right? Mars represents aggression, anger. Gemini represents, you know, duality. It also represents looking at things for face value, you know. And I feel like, you know, Aries, Libra, Cancer, or Capricorn, if you're angry, you know, if you're angry with yourself and other people, you know, who are you to blame? You know, who's to blame for that? You know, what is the source of your anger? You know, why are you angry? What is it that you're not happy with in your life? You know, that you've got to take it out on yourself and other people. And it's bad, y'all. Look at this card. These cards are black and white, but they say so much, right? Look at the swords. These are swords. So that means that just harsh words, like, this is bad, right? Nine of Swords. All right, so we got to figure out what's going on. You know, why do we feel like this? And then we've got Princess right here. Princess of Swords again. And this, you know, this is pertaining to work, relationships, just the feeling of despair, like nothing's going to go right, you know, really not talking positive over your life and others around you, you know, not supporting your own dreams or others around you. It's just like a really, I would say it could even be as far as like depression a little bit is on setting, you know, with this card. So definitely need to be careful with how you talk about yourself, hey love, and how you talk about others and your environment and things that you want to do. All right, I don't know why we sitting here tearing ourselves down and others around you that are supporting you, but you know, that's definitely got to stop. I don't like that card. And so we've got Princess of Swords. You know, if, you know, we can look at the bigger picture in life. You know, you want to stand. You want to stand. Make sure that you stand on your morals. You know, and what your worth and your value. You know, and what you hold dear. You know, but just make sure that you are not using force or aggression. Like, you know, you can communicate what you want to say and get it straight across without having to use, you know, or be harsh or be cruel or, you know, like she's holding a sword, but it's not really directed at anybody. You know what I mean? Like her sword is down. She's got it up there, you know, because she's on point. You know, she's ready for whatever, you know, but she's not really in defense mode. You know, she just is kind of letting people know what she's about. Like, look, this is what I'm about. Don't play with me. You know, and then we've got Medusa on this card. So, you know, be careful with your words, you know, how you use them towards people. They're powerful. They affect people and yourself, you know. And, you know, the new things that's trying to happen in your life, because Princess represents new. We've got travel, we've got, you know, new communication, new relationships possibly, you know, and possibly, you know, a new job or, you know, new way to make more income is definitely on the way. All right. So just watch how you speak about yourself, your life, your situation, and others around you that are supporting you. You know, remember that you've got to make sacrifices. And a lot of these sacrifices have to do with behavior changes. Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. And it makes it very difficult for us. I'm a Capricorn. It makes it difficult for us because, like, again, we're cardinal. We're the leader. We're kind of stubborn. We're stuck. We don't want to make changes. We like constant. You know what I mean? So that definitely has to be worked on. You have to sacrifice, you know, behaviors and implement new and better behaviors, right? And last but not least, we have the Knight of Cups reversed. And so upright, you know, this knight is pretty much in the direction where he's going. He knows where he wants to go. He's got a cup. He's got the crab with him. He's got a peacock. He's got all this great symbology. He's got Aquarius and Pisces on this card, right? But it's reversed. So that means that we really don't know where we're going, right? We're really not understanding our path right now. We're having a hard time. Aquarius deals with having a different kind of perspective, right? I feel like we've been on the ground kind of looking at things from a lower perspective. Aquarius is telling us to kind of raise our thought process a little bit, look at things from a different angle. You know, even if it's something that you don't like, whether it be at your job or in a relationship, just entertain that idea and see what could come of it. You know what I mean? If you were to entertain something different than your own thought process, your own ideology, right? And then we've got Pisces on here again, that just kind of reminds us that there are sacrifices that we got to make if we want our dreams to come true. Okay. All right. So this definitely wraps this up for the cardinal signs. I'm getting ready to reshuffle my cards, and I'm going to do a reading for the fixed signs, which is Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. Okay. I just got finished up doing Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So let me get these cards together, get them all shuffled up, and get on to the next reading. I hope you guys are doing good out there. Sorry if I'm not really like saying hi. I'm in a little zone, trying to stay focused. I'm a little tired. So, let's see. All right, so we're going to get these reshuffled. And we doing it for the fixed signs. Again, the fixed signs are Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. And basically, let me see here. Fixed signs dig in and are able to hold steady in their goals to achieve something solid. It's hard for them to change, which gives them a reputation for being stubborn. But they are respected for their self-containment and sense of purpose. By element, they are Leo, fire, Scorpio, water, Aquarius, air, and Taurus, earth. Okay, and that's fixed sign. So, you know, it really helps if you do know your sun and your moon sign. You know, it'd be good to know your whole natal birth chart, but, you know what your sun, like, for instance, my sun sign is Capricorn, and my moon sign is Taurus. So my sun sign is cardinal, and my moon sign is fixed. Very interesting dynamic. Very interesting dynamic. Oh, that one just flew on out. Okay. See the energy they come with. Stack on braids. I'm just not happy with hair at all, y'all. Hair is getting on my nerves. Last one to pull before we get into it for the fixed signs. Alrighty. Alright, so again, this is for Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. Alright, where are we going with this? we're going with this. We got a few blockages, but that's okay. We'll start off with Hermetic deck this time. Actually, no. I'm gonna start off with the Rebel, as always. All right, it says, don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. So this has kind of been a theme, and that was under the full moon in Virgo too, that just passed, about just kind of surrendering to the divine and allowing things to happen, right? So just like, stop forcing stuff. Things will happen when they're supposed to happen, okay? Next we've got take a shot. Don't take 12, take 1, okay, maybe 2. Move on. So, you know, I don't know if you've been working hard, you know, this week or this, you know, this past couple months, this past 3 months. But just relax, you know, it's the weekend's getting ready to come up. Try to relax and have some wine or take some shots if that's what you do, right? But just kind of remember to relax and unwind. And if you don't drink, I don't know, like if you have a good like tea or a little espresso shot or something, I don't know. All right, but just kind of unwind and relax this weekend coming up and just focus on kind of getting loose, right? And that's going to allow you, you know, to allow things to come to you. Connect with crystals. Connect with crystals, all right? Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus, make sure that you connect with crystals. You know, different crystals are for different situations. Kind of Google if you don't know what kind of crystals you need at this time. I know I'm always with carnelian, rose quartz, kyanite. I can't remember the names of these, but you know, when I got these specially made, so I make sure that I stay with crystals that I know that I need, that help my energy, you know, implement, accentuate my energy, right? And put them in jewelry, you know what I mean? Like hook the crystals up, but definitely it's time to kind of connect with crystals on another level right now, right? Also music, tap into music. I love music, y'all. Tap into music, you know, some feel-good music that's going to help calm, soothe you. Create a playlist of some, you know, music that you like, kind of whether it's affirmation music or relaxation music or whatever it is, you know, but kind of tap into music right now because you definitely need it to kind of feed your spirit and elevate you right now. Doubt. Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. You know, right now there's a lot of doubt going on. This says, I release the need to know all the answers. You know, we don't have all the answers all the time. We don't have all the answers all the time, okay? So this card is saying, I release the need to know all the answers. You know, sometimes, you know, doubt can be a good thing. Doubt can be a bad thing. It depends on the situation. Hey, how you doing, love? You know, so just understand that, you know, you're not going to have all the answers to everything all the time. And that little bit of doubt in the air, that mystery in the air, you know, it will be revealed, you know, once you kind of surrender to the divine and just kind of let things play out. You know what I mean? Next, we've got happiness, right? I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path, right? So when we're not feeling happy, when we're not feeling good, you know, especially now in this situation, whether it be, you know, at your job or in a relationship, we know that we're not on the right path. You know, when you're not aligned with your significant other, with your kids, with your friends, you know, things just are not on the right path. So, hey, love, this is actually, it's a general reading for the collective. I'm doing it by modalities. Once I get this out the way, I'll see if I still want to go, you know, go live again and do like free readings for the collective. But this is based on modalities, right? If you go check out the last post that I did, you'll see how the zodiac signs are grouped. And so I'm doing this reading by that, okay? And then I'm going to post it on Instagram once it's finished. All right, so I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path, okay? So Just kind of remember that. That's also cues within yourself, your own body cues, your own body language that you're listening to. That's letting you know that you're on the right path, right? All right, so we got through those things. Next, we're going to do my deck, the Urban Mystic Tarot. So we've got Empress reversed. We've got the Death card reversed. And then we've got Temperance. This just came up in the Cardinal sign reading, right? Empress reversed. You know, there's blocks and challenges to things that you're trying to manifest. And I feel like it's a lot of self-blockage, a lot of self-sabotage in certain situations. You got things trying to come to fruition, trying to birth. And it's like you're fighting it, right? Because you don't want to take on new behaviors. You don't want to take new steps, processes, and procedures to kind of maintain and fulfill that new paradigm and these new things that are trying to come into your life. All right, so, you know, what can we do? You know, what can we do to stop blocking our own manifestations and our own birth of our own goals and successes, right? Again, stop fighting the paradigm shift. This is the Death card, right? The Death card reversed. You know, upright, it means that change. Death of new things, of old things for new things to come. So this means that you're fighting the transition, that things are literally have to come to an end and you're trying to hold on to them for dear life for whatever reason, right? Just probably mostly out of fear. You know, that's kind of why we hold on to things that we need to let go of, because we're scared of the new, even if we need that new. Okay, so just kind of remember that, my Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. Okay, stop fighting. Release yourself from these things that no longer serve your purpose. All these old, you know, maybe relationships coming to an end. Maybe new job is coming to an end, you know, but definitely there's endings that are taking place that we are holding on to still, and that's why we are not manifesting the way how we want to or should be, because we just won't let go, right? And the last card is Temperance, which is pretty much saying, you know, hey, I'm here to guide you, you know, let's get it, let's go, stop being afraid, you know. The Temperance card is your spirit guide card. It just watches over you, and it prepares you for the new that's going to take place, right? Sagittarius is fire. Temperance. And then we have Princess of Wands, Ace of Swords, and Seven of Wands reversed. And aces to me represent fertility. This could be actual literal fertility, baby on the way. So even though Empress is reversed here, we have a certain level of fertility right here in the Ace of Swords. We've got Princess of Wands up here. Princess of Wands just kind of represents, it's got Aries on here. It's got a ram on here. It's got a flower. It's got a tiger. It's got all this energy, right? This new found energy for these things. So I feel like once you release and let go of old things that are no longer serving you purpose, relationships, jobs, friends, people, places, things, thoughts, ideas, all of it, right? That's going to allow for things to come in. You're going to have a burst of new energy, new passion and desire for things that you forgot that you even cared or loved about, right? Hobbies, whatever, you know, maybe people you used to hang out with, that you stopped hanging out with them. I don't know, you know, because you had these other people in your life. But, you know, once everything old clears out, there's going to be new things, new passion, new desires, new interests, new hobbies, you know, just all around, just new upgrade, new paradigm shift, right? Once we start releasing and letting go of the things that no longer serve us purpose, right? Ace of Swords, like I said, this represents literal fertility to me. Babies, baby season, right? So it could either literally mean babies are on the way, or just the birth of these new things are going to manifest, right? And I'm going to say it's summertime. You know, if you start releasing and really doing that work to let go and remove people, places, things, environments, thoughts, processes, situations out of your life that are no good for you, you can start seeing a change of that by the summertime. Seven of Wands reversed represents paying attention and having a little bit of caution. And I just feel like you're not being cautious in how you move, how you communicate with people. You know, you keep making the same mistakes when it comes to certain things. So this card is just kind of a reminder to just be cautious of how you're doing things, you know, how you're reacting to people, you know, when you get upset, you know, just overall, just kind of watching you and then making sure that you are standing up to your morals and your ethics. Make sure that you have morals and ethics, right? Not just out here being savage. You know, think about things, you know, maybe things that you did before, you know, and it hurt other people, and take that into account. And maybe you don't want to do those things to hurt other people again. So, you know, this card is just saying like, hey, self-check, right? Self-check yourself, what you're doing, how you out here moving, talking to people, relationships you're building with people, you know, making sure that, you know, you're not taking people for granted, taking advantage of people. And it happens. Sometimes we do it subconsciously. You know, we really don't see that. But if you're watching this and this card is calling upon you to kind of check yourself and how you're interacting with people. All right. And just making sure that you're moving in life with honor and dignity through all stages of your life. Okay. So that reading was for the fixed signs. If you guys want to catch this, it'll be up for replay. But I'm doing the zodiac signs by modalities. I've already done cardinal, which was Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. I just got finished doing fixed signs, which is Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. And now I'm going to do mutable signs, okay, which is Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. So let me shuffle these on up, and this will be the last reading of the night, okay? If you are interested in a one-on-one, I think I pinned the comment with all the information. I'm doing a special tonight. I'll honor that special. It's 17 Eastern time. I'll honor the discount till 12. Of course, it won't be same day reading, but we can schedule it, but you'll get the discount, okay? And so we're going to do mutable, Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. And let me explain what mutables are. The mutable signs are flexible, adaptable, and restless for movement and change. They are able to see life from many perspectives, making them great communicators. They represent the breakdown before the next season begins, so there's a touch of chaos to their nature. By element, they are Sagittarius, fire, Pisces, water, Gemini, air, and Virgo, earth. Okay? So let's see what we got in store for our mutables. For our mutables. Wow. What in the hell? That is crazy. You know what? Okay, I'll let it stay. I'll let it stay. Alrighty, so my mutables, my Sagittarius, my Pisces, my Gemini, and my Virgos. Alright, where we getting ready to start with? Alright, so we're going to start off with Rebel. So basically this says, you got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. Okay? Winning. You've got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit, okay? Hey, loves. All right, so this is for Sag, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo, my mutable signs, okay? You might be feeling like you're not in a good space right now. As far as relationship, job is concerned, overall, just feeling like you deserve better, and you know it's just so horrible everything that's going on in your life, with your partner, with your job. And you know, unbeknownst to you, you know, your spirit and your ancestors are saying that you got a good thing going. You know, don't ruin it. You know, winning. You know, so let's kind of reevaluate how you feel about the situation, whether it be your relationship, your job, circumstances, projects, you know, things that you're trying to pursue. And you feel like, you know, you're above it, you're better than it, you can do better, just taking it for granted. You know, you've got a really good thing going, and just don't ruin it, okay? Next, we've got stop trying to change people. That shit never works. You do you. All right? Stop trying to change people. It's inevitable. You only have control over yourself. You cannot control other people. I don't give a fuck how many candles you burn. I don't care about none of that stuff. Overall, you can only control yourself. So just stop trying to change people, okay? Next, we're going to move to Soul's Journey. And this came up in the last grouping. The fixed signs, doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Once again, we don't know everything. Surrender to the divine. You know, allow things to play out. You know, sometimes we need that air of doubt. We need that cloudiness a little bit. You know, and you have to move through fear. You have to move with faith. And understand that the answers will come to you. You know, your ancestors, your spirit guides have your back, and your inner knowing, your inner guidance. So it's okay to not know. And it's okay to have doubt, and just to let that doubt and that, you know, that air of uncertainty just like linger. You know what I mean? It's okay to just kind of be in a space where we really don't know what's going on, right? I like to compare that space, you know, where we really don't know what's going on. We don't know if we're coming and going. We don't have the answers to the Matrix, the movie, where Neo was kind of like stuck at the train station, and he was coming and going, and he couldn't get out of the train station. Like, there was no way out of there. It was just like he was kind of stuck, right? And just so all he could do was just wait for things to play out and situations to play out, and he was able to get out of there once other things came into the environment to change, the catalyst for change, okay? So, you know, I release the need to know all the answers, right? Just keep moving, just keep swimming, right? Next, we've got guilt. And again, this is for my mutables, my Sagittarius, Pisces, Geminis, and Virgos. Guilt. I release any belief that no longer assists in my soul's growth. No matter what it is, no matter who it came from, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth, especially negative, nasty thoughts like you're ugly, you can't do this, you know, you'll never amount to anything, you'll never complete anything, you won't do anything, nobody loves you, you know, all those crazy beliefs and thought processes that we've collected over the years, you know, and held on to, you know, with low self-esteem and low value and lack of self-love, okay? So it's a new day. We releasing guilt. We've all done things to people. You know, if you're able to make atonement with them people, apologize. If you can't apologize to them people, you know, write a letter, burn it, release it, right? But we're not going to continue to hold on to guilt and shame of things that, you know, happened in our past, and we're not even the same person, right? And that's up to them. If they want to take the apology, that's up to them. If not, you did your part, and that's all you can do. And just move on, you know. Everybody's not going to accept that you're a different person, and that's okay. That's not for them to accept. That's for you to accept and for you to know that you're a changed person, right? So guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. It's got to go if you want to move forward, right? And for self-care, we've got to watch a movie, you know, just kind of relax, chill out. If you've been working kind of hard, and I'm pretty sure Sagittarius, Pisces, Geminis, and Virgos, y'all work hard, right? So just kind of kick it back, watch a movie, cuddle with somebody or your pet, whatever. Just kind of relax. And maybe you just wanted to do it by yourself because the next card says alone time. All right, so maybe the childhood movies, I like to kind of kick back and watch movies from when I was a kid, or, you know, movies from back in the day or whatever. Movie binge, you know. I love Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, like The Hobbit, I will binge watch those by myself. Let's see what we got here. The Lover's card reversed. And so I talked about self-love earlier, right? And so it comes up again with the Lover's card literally being reversed, right? So make sure, you know, my mutable signs, that you guys are focusing on self-love, right? Because you can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself. My Sagittarius, my Pisces, my Geminis, and my Virgos, all right? So focus on self-love. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. And Gemini is on that card, and Gemini represents duality, right? In all aspects. And so we're looking at self-love, the duality of that. If you love yourself, you can love other people. If you can't love yourself, you can't love other people. There's literally no way. There's no way, because you have nothing in your cup. If you have nothing in your cup, then how can you give to somebody else? All right, so just start focusing on caring about yourself, loving yourself, paying attention to how you talk about yourself. Talk to yourself nicely, right? How you take care of yourself, how you treat yourself is how others are going to treat you. So if you don't care about yourself, if you don't put extra effort into loving yourself and showing people that you love yourself, and that's on so many different levels. That's on your appearance. It's on how you carry yourself, how you communicate with people. You know what I mean? Treating others based on how you want them to treat you. And that shouldn't be, you know, an ultimatum, or, you know, because other people in the world are fucked up, you're going to treat people this way. No, you continue to be you, and you treat people the way how you want to be treated, and it's gonna rub off, right? The frequency is gonna be a ripple effect, okay? So all of that has to do with self-love and boundaries. Y'all know I'm big on boundaries. Boundaries is self-love. Maintaining boundaries. If you tell somebody no, if you ask somebody to do something, they continuously do it, you know, what are the repercussions of those boundaries? Are we going to continue to allow people to be habitual line crossers, like Charlie Murphy and freaking Rick James on the Dave Chappelle show? You know what I mean? Like, somebody just continuously crossing that line, and they know that that's something that you don't like, or, you know, have been talked about over and over. So make sure to cross those lines, and it may get ugly. You know, people don't like when you stand up to them and maintain your boundaries. Whoever it is, it doesn't matter. Job, relationships, people like to take advantage. Sometimes they don't even know, and sometimes they do. But it don't even matter at this point, because we're going to maintain our boundaries. That is a part of self-love, okay? So remember that. Self-love. Looking at things at face value, that's also what Gemini represents. So we're sitting here not looking at things for what they are. You know, that's why it's hard for you to self-love and self-accept, because you're not looking at things, you're not looking at the reality, right? Look at the reality of everything. Accept everything that's going on in your life, good or bad, right? What is it? Enneagram? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. All right? So we need to be looking at our lives in real life here and seeing what's really going on, the good and the bad. Money, finances, relationship, write everything down, the good and the bad. What do I want? What can I do better? What can I change to make these things better? What part can I play, right? Don't worry about what your partner can do, what anybody else can do. Worry about what you can do to change or help with that paradigm shift. And others and everything will change around you. Trust. If you focus on just yourself. Next, we've got the star reversed, you know. Right now, you're not even really putting any type of manifesting power, any positivity into your dreams. You're really, feels like you're almost giving up on your dreams a little bit. You know, and this is my Sagittarius, my Virgos, Pisces, and Geminis, right? And we literally pulled the Lover's card for Gemini. So that was pretty cool. Oh, and we've got the Temperance card. I didn't even get at that yet, which is Sagittarius. But yeah, don't give up on your dreams. They're still attainable. They're still achievable. It's just, you got some work to do, you know? And the number one work that you have to do is work on self-love. right? And work on stop trying to change other people and worry about yourself, right? And understand that your situation isn't as bad as you think it is. This says you got a good thing going. Don't ruin it, okay? So your situation really isn't as bad as you think it is. I think you're just being a little bit dramatic right now. Okay? You know, there's sacrifices that have to be made. Yes, you've got to work hard for the things you want, but it's not the end of the world. And you're in a better position than most people if you really look at it and take a different perspective of your situation. You're in a way better perspective and way better situation than you think you are, okay? And just think about that. Thank you, sweetie. What did I say? Yeah, thank you. The same to you. All right, so our dreams are still attainable, y'all. And then, of course, we've got Sag in here. So we pulled Sag and Gemini in the cards for the mutable signs, right? Temperance, again, ancestors, spirit guides are here with us, walking with us, and we're just ignoring all their signs and their messages. They're giving us the way, they're guiding us, they're giving us the affirmations. We're literally hearing affirmations of good things about ourselves, but you won't repeat them, you won't say them out loud. You know, you won't do no mirror work, you won't look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself great things. Like, you know, you've got to do this, right? And you've got your ancestors and your spirit guides backing you up. Sagittarius is fire, right? Fire is giving you that passion and drive that you need. And not only that, you know, not even talking spiritually, lean on the people in the real world, in the physical realm, whether it be on the internet, whether it be, you know, in person. Lean on these people that are supporting you. You know, you've got people in your corner that want to support you. Maybe you felt like you didn't want to ask them for support, or you felt like it was putting too much on them, but they literally are here to support you. There are people that come into your life that are here to just guide and support. They're like literal angels or spirit guides, right? So just keep in mind, you know, you may have, oh wow, I joined this live by accident. That's dope. Yeah, I'm doing all the modalities. This is actually the last group. I've done the Cardinal Signs, which was the Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. I did the fixed signs, which was Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. And I'm doing the mutable signs, which is Sag, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. All right, if you want to know what those mean, just check my last post, and it'll kind of give you an understanding of why those signs are grouped together. All right, but yeah, you know, you're getting signs, you're ignoring them. You know, your ancestors, your spirit guides are here. And then you've got spirit guides in the physical form. True angels on this planet that have come here to help you. And they don't want nothing, right? But they're your guides in the physical form. So just kind of don't miss that, okay? Next, I've got 7 of Wands, reversed. 5 of Pentacles, reversed. Ace of Cups, reversed. And this will be available for the replay too, y'all. Okay, I'm going to leave this up on my Instagram page. And I want y'all to understand that you should definitely look at the reading based off your sun sign and your moon sign if you know it. For instance, my sun sign is Capricorn and my moon sign is Taurus. So my sun sign is Cardinal and my moon sign is fixed. So see how those interplay, you know, even your sun and your moon sign based on these groupings and these modalities and how you operate in life, right? 7 of Wands, this came up in the last reading. Just self-check, being self-aware of how you're interacting with people, how you talk and communicate with people. You know, just be a little aware of your surroundings and how you're coming off, whether it be at your job, you know, relationships, romantic with your partner. You know, we may be giving off a little frequency and really don't even realize it, but just observe how others are responding to you, okay? If you're not really familiar or you don't have people to tell you to check yourself, you know, or if you're an arrogant person or an alpha person or just kind of stubborn at the moment, or people have been telling you how you've been, and you really don't want to listen to it, this is kind of like a vibe check. Like, hey, get yourself together, right? So just kind of pay attention how people are responding to you. And you can kind of figure out what's wrong, if, you know, or just come out and ask people like, hey, do I seem a little off to you? Or, you know, what's going on? We just seem a little different in our, you know, interactions, and see if they'll tell you. And if they do, listen, you know, just kind of listen, you know. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. And then we've got Five of Pentacles. So this card represents upright as Lord of Material Trouble. So this is not a good card upright. This is actually a good card reversed. This means that all of the troubles that you were going through, it could be financially, it could be health-wise, job, anything as far as anything in the physical realm, it's going to turn around. You know, you had some trouble, you had some turmoil, some really rough change, right, in the physical realm, that you just didn't know if you were going to be able to make it, right, and get through it. But it's over, like, or it's coming to an end, right? It's about to end. You know, any health issues, any health scares, you know, just kind of, if you had to go to the doctor, make sure you're following through with what your doctor told you to make sure that you stay out of that danger zone of whatever the problem is. You know what I mean? If you haven't gone to the doctor, I would recommend going to the doctor just to kind of be cautious, to see what's going on. Anytime I pull this card, I just kind of like to think about that. I mean, it is reversed, but it's always good to get a checkup. But we're coming out of rough times. We're coming out of hard times. You know, if you was in a rocky spot in your relationship, you know, if y'all really trying to work on it, communication, and build and trying to meet each other halfway, you know, it's going to get better from here. You know, we're kind of out of that rough patch. You know, maybe at your job, you really didn't like what was going on. Maybe you and your boss had some type of friction, you know, and you stood your ground, you know, or maybe you were off a little bit. I don't know, but we're all coming to an understanding here, right? We're all coming to an understanding. Everything is starting to kind of balance, and it's going to lean in your favor moving forward, all right? With that being said, we've got Ace of Cups reversed, all right? We don't want this reversed. We want this upright. Expressing yourself, you know, if you want to continue to come out of this turbulence, you've got to learn how to articulate yourself. You've got to learn how to express yourself productively, in a productive manner, via art, journaling, you know, communicating with people, just opening up, you know, stop fighting your emotions, stop fighting expressing yourself. And maybe it's because you were never given an opportunity by people around you, your environment. You always had to kind of shut up and not really express how you feel. You know, maybe your significant other never really cares about your emotions, which is kind of sad if that happens, but, you know, hey, things happen. But now is the time, you've come out of that space, and it's an opportunity for you to be heard. You know what I mean? Your heart chakra's open, your throat chakra's open, and your solar plexus is open. And that allows for creativity and communication and self-expression, right? And if you've been following my shadow work program, or you have my shadow work program, for those of you that are new to my channel, if you want to click the link in my bio, I got this guide, you know, for shadow work, and it helps you kind of work through trauma and identify things that you need to kind of release out of your shadow so that you can be the best version of yourself. So, I mean, if you're working on shadow work, you know, the floodgate is going to open. The emotions are going to come anyway, right? Yeah, let me see if can I pull anything out of this. So, yeah, this is deep. This was great. I really don't have anything else to pull out of these cards, right? So, how y'all feel? I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. And with that being said, that I've addressed all the modalities, I'm going to pull a message from Tarot for everyone collectively, from my Urban Mystic Tarot and this Hermetic deck. All right, just a simple, I'm going to pull one card. No, we're not doing that card. It came out too many times. Just some simple, a last little message for everybody. What we need to be reminded. Damn, No, just pull that card. Let's do this again. My rings are like sliding off my fingers. All right. One more card. What's the last message? This one flew out. Okay. What's up with all these sevens? Good God. Oh, wow. Okay, so I've got last message for everybody. Seven of Swords reversed. A lot of sevens come up. And then we've got my card handwritten, change, 555, but it's reversed. So it's just an overall reminder. And it seemed like that kind of was the theme of all of the readings anyway. Seven of Swords, it's got Moon on here and it's got Aquarius on here. I talked about us, you know, taking on that Aquarius perspective, that thought process of just looking at things at a different angle. This is Lord of Unstable Effort upright, right? So this is actually a good card reversed. Upright, it's Lord of Unstable Effort. So this means that it's pretty much telling us that could continue to move forward and to put effort and to put consistent effort, because upright, this card is Lord of Unstable Effort. So we want consistent effort. We don't just want effort here and there. We try and we want something consistent on a consecutive basis, right? In everything in life, relationship, job, working on yourself, you know, just we need more consistency in our life, in our behaviors that we're trying to change, right? And stop fighting the change. Stop fighting all the change and the transition that's coming to your life. Let it flow. Let it flow, all right? Go with the flow. Everything's going to work out. Change is inevitable. It has to happen in order for you to be where it is that you want to be, right? All of this is because you want this. You know, these are your desires and your manifestations. And so these changes have to take place. So the more that you go against them and fight the change, you know, the longer it's going to take for you to get to where it is that you want to be, right? Right? So I hope you enjoyed this. Just like I was saying, if you're interested in the one-on-one, DM me. Normally it's $168 an hour. On Thursdays, it's $68 an hour. And I'm actually doing 30-minute readings on Thursdays too, okay? Saturday, I will continue on with my shadow work program. I've done all of the denial stage, all the questions. We're moving on to the projection stage in shadow work. There's 4 stages. So we're on the projection stage, and it's going to be the first question. So sometime Saturday, I'll let y'all know. I'll be live, so make sure to check that out, okay? All right. Talk to you later. Have a good night.